Guys, this is Siri from Siri Tutor Blogs. So yesterday we have look into app config and logging aspect. So today we are going to continue the same for the Spring Core application. We are going to create a main app, and we will going to create a main class inside that class. So let's define main application and inside the main we are going to define public static void main string marks of. Okay, so before uh, going ahead with the coding this main class, so the main class is the application entry point. This is the main application entry point, and then what we are demonstrating here is uh, we are telling Spring application context. We are creating Spring application context, which is called as IOC container. We are creating this container. It, it creates a Spring application context. And then we will be retrieving beans from the container, and then we are using injected dependency injection, and then proper context lifecycle management. So we are going to do the lifecycle management as well. Lifecycle management. Okay. Um, let's get into it. So first, let's print out console statement saying that this is a Spring Core demo with uh, IOC, DI dependency injection, and with the life cycle and AOP for logging. So here we are not covering anything related to Spring Boot. This is Spring Core. So we will check that Spring Boot next after this series. But let's go one by one. This is for learning Java, and if you want to become a Java developer, this is the basic thing that you have to understand. Um, so in the first phase, uh, we are going to do initializing Spring IOC container. Okay. In the first phase, we are going to initialize the Spring IOC container. The way we have to do is annotation config conflict application context. This is what and the context equals to new application context, and we are going to pass this app config. What is the app config we have defined here? We are going to pass the app config dot class file here. So this IOC container, it will manage all the bean creation and lifecycle. So the moment we write this piece of line, it creates Spring application context using Java config, using this config. Okay. So the application and now this is initializing the IOC container. Now, once we initialize the container, the next step is we want to retrieve the beans from the IOC container, right? So Let's write down that. Phase two is two. We are retrieving driving beam from IOC container. Okay. So for that, what we are trying to do is we are going to create order service reference here, order service reference, and from the context IOC container, we are getting the beam from out of it. So order service dot we are just simply calling the class and putting the class object into this reference. So the object is created only once in the app config as a singleton, but we will be referring multiple times. Single object, but reusing multiple times whenever we need. So here we have created, let's say, name. Here also we'll say it's from main class so that we'll come to know the call is from main instead of main. Okay. Driving, driving, order, driving, I think, order service being container. Okay. I think we already wrote it here, right? Then we don't need to write it one more time. Let's leave it just for the another class. Then on service class, service equals to text dot get now payment service dot class dot request. Okay, so we are retrieving payment service. That's okay. I think anyways we are retrieving payment service class. I don't think we don't really need this. Anyways, we know, right? Write it down. That's it. Okay. Now, now what we are trying to do is we have to retrieve, we have to call the methods. For that, let's write down um, notation main. Okay. So whatever the order service we have, order service payment service, order service payment service. Okay. And then we will going to call space here ordered service dot get payment service dot get payment method. Okay. So in order service, we have what is the order service we have here, right? Get payment service. So this is going to return the difference of this object. Inside this object, we have this method card provider. The card provider is being returned. The name of the card provider is being returned by card get payment method. Get payment method we have get payment method is um, so we are simply calling this string object here. Okay. All right. Let's go back. This payment method. Now we are going to see if the payment service which was being called. Let me just write it down here. Main class. So the order service, we are just simply checking the are these in instance orders service calculation until the next one get payment service. Get payment service is returning a string, right? Get payment service is returning a string, right? Mm, hold on 1 second. Get payment service. Yeah, get payment service. We are not saying get payment method. Get payment service to return a reference of the object which we are passing as a credit card payment service, right? So that one is if that reference is double equals to the payment reference, the reference which we have just created here, reference which we just got from here, is it the same? We are asking. Is question mark. If it is yes, if it is true, it has to return single ton and singleton, else no. Okay. Um, mm, okay, no, if not, then colon no, and a semicolon is not there. Question. Let's put this inside a bracket. I think it means that. Okay, that equals to this thing. This means, yeah, it means it must have bracket here. Okay, so we are making sure if it is a singleton, and we are making a call to the method call payment method. Okay, is also done. Now let's do executing the business logic. Phase 3, executing the business logic with AOP login. Okay. Now let's place an order. Placing order now number one. Placing order number one in order ID 1 equals to ordered service dot place order is the method name, and the product we want to buy is a laptop for 15, and the price of it is $1299.99. Okay. The same way, let's place another order. Let's copy paste here. Order 2 and ID order 2. This time we are placing, maybe what can we place? Wireless mouse. And what is the price? It's maybe 49.99. Let's do the third item here. Third item. This time we'll do USB-C, and the price is $79.99, something around like that. Now let's give it a summary. Orders summary. We are going to print all the orders. Order 1 ID is going to be is this order. It will be got here. And the rest of the orders in the same way. Second order also will be the same. And third order. Okay. And guys, you can do your own totals if you are interested. Okay. Let's print the order count that we are going to total orders received, processed, and the order service. Inside order service, we have a platform, right? Okay. Now the next one is let's do phase 4, which we are demonstrating simultaneously. Let's demonstrate single demonstrate singleton okay. Here what we are going to do is we get we'll just declare order service, another order service. Okay, just from context, from the container, you get the bean, which is orders service dot class, and then what we are going to do is we are going to check if here we are checking uh, payment service, right? Here we have checked payment service. Here we have to check order service reference. So, payments is, then order service, then another service. Okay. Um, service, if it is, it should, if it is true, yes, single time pattern is no. Okay. Then we are going to print order. We'll just print the order count here. Order count, new reference. Okay. Another reference dot get order count is same date. Okay. Same data. So here we will come to know the total count, and here also it is the same. It is the same data. Oh, okay, guys. Then the last step is we have to shut down the container. Let's do that. Uh, is 5 shutting down IOC container. So what we can do is context dot close, and then concept concepts demonstrated was IOC dependency injection being life cycle IOP login singleton scope singleton and Java based configuration. Configuration, which means no XML required. Okay. And demo completed, success. Okay, let's run this because it will make multiple calls to different classes. So I don't want you to be confused. So that's why I want to put all these things wherever is required. It's not required. It's for our convenience. So, okay, so that you will come to know, yeah, this is from main class, that is from the config class, that is from the service order class, that is from the payment service payment class. So for our convenience, we are adding this. Okay. For consistency, I'm just adding all caps everywhere. Sometimes I forget. Oh, save as. Come on, come on. Save as. Did it save? Yeah, it did save, right? And then in main, let's run it. It's giving an error. What's the error it is giving? I think place order. Okay. Here. Place order is somewhere here. Here it is saying. It has to be like that. Place order. Mm, mm, Should be like this. Place order. Step exiting. Conversion exception. Mm, let's see what is the problem here. This is correct. Let's see the problem here. Let's put it where it is shown still. The problem format is new is small format. Why is it saying like that? What is it? Mm, it is going here, right? Mm, process under payments. Process payments. Mm, how does it go like that? Standard format, it's correct. As far as I know. What is wrong with this percent? Yeah, it should be like this. This is the wrong thing. Okay, then let's run the. So it should be the. I put a two before the point. It should be after the point. Decimal. Okay. Mm, that's true. Okay. Okay, guys, here we go. It has executed successfully, and this is what the calls look like, call stack look like. Uh, so this is the phase one, and this is phase two. This is phase three. Inside phase three, see, you might be confused, bit confused. See, this is the phase one console. This is where the bean IOC container is being instantiated. Beans are created in the container. And in phase two, we are retrieving the beans and we are printing. I think we should separate phase one and phase two. Hold on 1 second. That way we'll have a clear idea. We'll just give print a line statement in between every mm, 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 it's I'm so confused. Okay, all right. So let's go back here now. Um, we have phase one, which is ending here, and phase two is ending here, and phase three order process with first order First order 0.1001, and the second order is this one. Order processing is this one on the 002, 1003, and then the summary of the order. And then we have phase 4, and then phase 5. Okay, guys, just wanted to um, give you a brief explanation how this is running, why it is running, why these many calls are happening. Okay. Um, if the first one is the same. Mm, let me put this over here. Can we drag this over here? No, we can. Okay, no worries. So we are here saying that Spring Core demo IOC, we are we are demonstrating all these things that is being displayed here inside the um this is where the phase one ends. Okay. We are displaying the phase one instantiating or initializing the Spring IOC container. So with the single call, we are seeing these many logs. You see. So the first log goes to the config. Inside config, we are creating. So it calls this one, the first. So when IOC's container is being instantiated, it creates a call to this one. Inside this call, see if we are creating a payment service. That is where we are seeing this call, and then we are creating an object here. Correct? Credit card payment service. So this will internally cause the constructor, uh, which is here, constructor. So this is where we are seeing this call from constructor. And once it it creates the object, and creating an object, nothing but a constructor call. Um, Then it could go back to this app config, run the rest of the things. It will call this, it sets this um, variable as we saw, gateway, and it displays this message, payment service being created and configured. And then once it is the constructors are instantiated, then it will make a call to the post constructor. The post constructor we have created here. If you look at the post constructor we have created here. So here we have enabled the boolean variable to true. That is where we are. And we have called whatever the variable we have just assigned, the name of the variable, that we are just displaying it. And then we are saying it is ready to use. Okay. And then it will go back to the constructor call, app application configuration call, and it will display this. Um, it will display this um, um, hold on 1 second, app configuration. Yeah, ready to use is from same place. And then creating um, yeah, I think this will be done before the post configuration call. So uh, this println statement is already being displayed here, and then the post call happens, and then it happens. Then we are going to see creating order service pane. Let's do one thing. Yeah, I don't think. If you want, you can add a empty line here so that you can have a better understanding. So the next bean in the app config is this one. So that is where it is getting displayed. Um, See guys, it's very little bit, you have to be very careful and keen on how the control flow is going to be, and then and there itself you cannot understand. So here it is getting displayed this one, and we are creating a, uh, a constructor. We are creating an object calling a parameterized constructor. We are passing injecting the uh, payment service object here. So when we call the payment service object here, uh, it's going to go here at the top, payment service. Where is that? Oh, here. So, mm, oh, what is that? Mm, So here in order service, oh yeah, sorry, I'm going into a wrong spot. It should be order service. Yeah, in the order service, you have to, let's minimize this. Hmm. This is where the constructor injection will be done. The construction injection. Mm, This is setup, not getter. Yeah, the constructor injection is over here. And then it will go back to the rest of the execution. That is where it is printing this one order service, and then it will going to go into post constructor lifecycle. So I think post constructor lifecycle, where did we give post? No, not this one. Order service, right? Order service, post constructors. post constructor, order service instantiated, and then here you have to focus a little bit. We are calling a payment service dot get payment method here. So whenever we are calling a payment method here, it's going to make a call to the login service APOs. So in APOs, whatever the method calls, we are going to call under service. Okay, under service, whatever the method calls we have, uh, what did we say here? Any kind of things under service, any method calls, it's going to call this service layer pointer, right? So it's going to call this service layer pointer, which is this class. So that's why it is displaying this class name and the method name here. Okay. Uh, first, first it will execute before annotation method, and once the call is finished, so where are we here again? We are here, right? Here, in post construct. One before the method call, it will call the before class, and after the method execution, it will call the after AOP annotation, and then it will print um, this println statement, and it will get the method name, payment method name, which is Visa Gateway, and then it will say this is ready to use. And now we are retrieving the beans from the IOC container here. So if you go back to the main, you will see this is being displayed, and we are retrieving the order, retrieving the order bean and retrieving the payment bean. And then we are again making a call to a method here. Okay. So any call to the method, again, it will calls the AOP before container, after container, before logging, after logging, and then there are two methods calls internally, right? This order service is calling get payment service, which returns a reference to the reference of an object, and that reference is again being called with get payment method. Okay, so they are twice called to the, so one call is made for the get payment service, one AOP call is made for the get payment method. So that is the reason we are seeing two times here. And then we are checking, sorry, it's very tiny. I am just trying to see if we can resize this. Okay. And then what we are trying to see is if it is from the main, uh, yeah, it is two times it is getting been called. And then the main is displayed with the name of the name of the card we are trying to use, the card provider. And then it goes to the next statement. Here, it's going to see if we are using the same object, which is getting it from the container. So as you remember, on the top, we have already declared the payment service, and we are getting the reference from here, and if it is a singleton or not. So when it is making this call again, the AOP call is going to be made, before and after, and then it will verify this condition if it is true, and then it will execute this line. Then the next phase is phase 3. We are executing the business logic here and placing an first order. So here, if you can look carefully, we are making a call to the place order service dot place order, which is nothing but here. It is coming here, and it is so whenever there is a method call again, it has to make a AOP logging before statement here. So that is where it is making a before statement here. And after making a before statement, it is giving two arguments. It is taking two arguments. App Laptop Pro 15 and 1299. If you remember, we are checking for our conditions for the argument as well in before condition. Yeah, here is the condition. So that is where it is getting printed with the arguments as well. See, the arguments are getting printed from here. After that, we are going into this method call. We are displaying all this payment method, the product amount, the payment method. Here we are again making a payment method call. So that's why API AOP before logging is called, after logging is called, and also the order SOP statement here, whatever the uh, provider name. And then here we are saying payment service dot process payment amount, right? Process payment amount. Process payment amount is being implemented from here. This is an interface method that is being implemented here. And what process payment, what it does is, it is just taking that amount and it is returning a Boolean variable. So this, the implementation for this one, process payment, is being done over here, over here. Okay, here. So process payment. So there is another internal call for the process payment. There's a method call again all over. So it is so for the process payment alone, we have written a different logging aspect here at the rate around. See, if you go at the bottom, what we have declared at the top here is for the process payment alone, we have defined this one. So that is the reason it is calling AOP around, and that is the starting of the AOP around. Okay. So here it is saying, it is giving this, not this one. This is under which class? Yeah, process payment, right? But this println statement, you are seeing it from here, process payment, which is at the bottom. Okay, here. It will be around starting payment process time. This is where you are seeing, and it is recording the time, and then it is saying process join point dot proceed. That means the actual logic is being instantiated here. So when we are calling this proceed method here, in turn again it calls AOP before method, and then it sends out a call to this statement, yeah, here. Okay, so uh, since it has an argument, it is going to display an argument as well along with the this thing, and it's going to print the payment process here. So here it's going to take the amount. It will check if it is not initialized or initialized. This will never go because it's already initialized. It's not less than 0, so it will not be satisfied here. It comes here and it will display the provider name, and it will say the amount which is being processed, the amount of the product and which is being processed. And it is confirmed and it is authorized. Just very simple thing. Just to understand the control flow of all this IOC, AOP, and this singleton, all these things. So we are making it very simple as of now. And once this is done, it will call the same AOP after statement, guys. And then let me go back here. So once this method call is done, the actual method business logic is done, we are calling. It will call AOP after method, and then it will continue with the rest of the AOP around method, and it will just simply states that it is getting a method call from process payment. Okay, in these milliseconds, 3 seconds, 3 milliseconds, and then we are even displaying what it is, success or failure. It is returning a success object. It returned a success object there, so we are returning it there as well. And then it will go back to the order class here. Where is the order? Hmm, yeah. So here, yeah, we are returning a success there. So here it is capturing the Boolean value. It is true. If it is true, then it will going to add 1 to 1000 and it will become order ID is 1001, and this is where we are printing this statement from. And after that it is returning this order ID, right? It is returning this order ID. That's the reason after this place order, I told you after any returning of method, after execution of the method returns any return, it returns any variable like this now. Just now we have executed through place order. So that's why it is executing AOP after returning order placed successfully. So if you go back here, uh, throwing this is throwing after these are the two lines that's it's going to execute. Okay. Then after that, the initial time when we called this method, it is calling before statement, and this is the after statement for that one. This after statement is for that one. Okay. If you carefully run this program, you will definitely get it. It is the same way how the second order is also placed, and the third order is also placed. Okay, even after third order also. And now, after the order is placed, we are just what we are trying to do is we are just simply printing the return and after statement, right? And now it returns, go back to, it will, the control will go back to the main class here. So after this, it says, order one, order two, all these things happen. And then it will say, uh, order summary, that is where we are seeing, and order one IDs and order two, order three IDs, and then get order count. So here again it is making a method call. So that's why it has to call AOP before class. Okay, AOP before class and AOP after class. And then we are saying total. It is displaying total, main total order process is 3. The total count, whatever here we have ordered is 3. And then it starts the phase 4. Phase 4, this is where we are seeing the println. And then we are creating another reference from the same IOC container, and then we are referring that if these two are same, so in the main class it is just checking, there is no method call here, so there is no uh, AOP here. It is directly saying that yes, singleton pattern. uh, then then there is another, we are referring to a counter object. When we are calling a counter method, here again it will do a AOP before and after, and then it will say it is the same, because see, the 3 here, whatever we are seeing here is the same one as this one, so it is the same data. The last one is like we are shutting down. In the shutting down, we are closing the connections to 3. Okay. Uh, so here in the life cycle, it will call for the disk drive, where it is coming from. Closing connections. So it is coming from here. You see, hold on 1 second. I wanted to see. I think it is from conf life cycle, right? No, not conf. It is from life cycle, which is from here. Destroy class. Inside the destroy, post constructor, pre-constructor, destroy. Here it is. Re-destroy. Now closing connections to this one. And it will make the instant initialized variable to false. And then it is saying, hold on 1 second. It is saying this one, you're seeing it from here. This is also post construct, post destroy, which is here, shutting down, order shut down and destroy, and closing. This is where, and the provider name is, you are closing the Visa gateway card completely. You're destroying the credit card payment, and then after that it will come back to the main class, and it says flow is destroyed, and we have covered this concept and demo completed successfully. I hope you enjoy this tutoring. I hope you enjoy all this development process. This will make you easy if you can keenly observe the control flow in the debug mode. And if you have any questions, I can definitely answer you. Um, I have I have all the GitLab repo uploaded into my source depot here. Yeah, here, if you want, you can just let me know. I can give you the link for this whole repo to for you to uh, get understanding. You can clone this repo and you can run it from your end. Thank you, guys. Um, please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know and leave the comments in the comment section if you have any questions. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.